Aphrodite, Mary Magdalene, the Grail and the Mermaid. Welcome back to another episode of Wild Feminine Magic. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the video. Mythology speaks to the idea that the mermaid is the goddess of the sea, Aphrodite of the oceanic realm. Therefore, the mermaid is sacred. The mermaid invites us to connect to our sacred heart and to be a healer of the heart. The mermaid also reminds of the sacred dragon. Aphrodite in this context has changed expression from her earlier ancient expression of the Primordial Mother Dragon. She still brings us the greatest gift of all, the gift of life, healing, fertility and the ability to connect to our sacred self, sacred callings, gifts and blessings. Aphrodite is such a sacred energy and archetype embodying and reflecting love. She is the goddess of love, but love in its most sacred, ecstatic and divine sense. This pure and sacred version of a woman in her fullness has been lost in today's modern society. The goddess of love, beauty and procreation makes life beautiful and life worth living. She possessed numerous shrines and temples throughout Greece including the northwest Peloponnese, central and northern Greece, and the Greek colonies. Her most important cult center in the Mediterranean was the island of Cyprus where mysteries were celebrated in her honor. The Cyprian Aphrodite was closely associated with the Phoenician goddess Ashtarte on the Syrian mainland. Aphrodite calls forth the true self, inner treasures and gifts. If there is fear on any level, of moving forward, of things going wrong, expecting the worst, of pain and struggle, Aphrodite will clear the way with love. Water is love and teaches surrender, releasing and clearing any feelings, thoughts and attachments that do not serve unconditional love. It's about learning to listen to your own higher wisdom, about shifting out of ego and into your soul self. Aphrodite is a primordial mother goddess and ancient Grail keeper, an initiator of a journey to coming home to yourself, to become our own love, to become our own joy and freedom and to finally accept who we are, all of who we are as a celebration of life. In Botticelli's Birth of Venus, Aphrodite rises out of the ocean on a half shell and is overflowing with love and life. She is a fountain of life, a cup of life, the Grail. In the Languedoc tradition, Mary Magdalene is remembered as mistress of the waters, and called Mary of the sea. Like Aphrodite, the association is always with water. The Gnostics and Celts venerated female figures and were often associated with lakes, wells, fountains, and springs. In the legends, the Grail is a chalice, centrally related to the ancient symbol of the vessel, considered a life-giving or healing cauldron, inspiring strength or wisdom, or dispensing grace. The actual word Grail is very ancient, going back to the bloodline of kings who descended from the gods. The Grail is also the cosmic center and a symbol of the heart. It was always a symbol for the eternal feminine, a sacred womb/tomb, the cave of initiation and transformation. The cup lies between the upper world of spirit and the world of matter below, as if the chalice represented the love bond between spirit and matter. The Grail also hints at the Aquarian water bearer of the new golden age that is arriving in waves of awakened people. The chalice symbolizes the spiritual goal of the seeker, the object of a profound search which is at the heart of the Grail legends. See the Grail, Quest for the Eternal, John Matthews. The Grail has many meanings, commonly referred to as the cup of the Last Supper, or of Jesus' blood from the crucifixion, collected by Joseph of Arimathea, possibly his father who, according to one legend, established a Grail center in Glastonbury, or it represents the teachings of Jesus, symbolic of the death and renewal mysteries in the tradition of Isis and Osiris, perhaps even the royal bloodline of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Sometimes Mary herself is the Grail, or her womb is the Grail as the carrier of the bloodline, or the body itself is considered a sacred vessel, thus each one of us is a potential carrier of the Grail. The Grail has healing powers and hidden treasure. The Grail chalice is also related to the hidden treasure motif in legends and fairy tales, that comes to the surface of the earth once every 700 years, announcing its presence by little blue flames. Marie-Louise von Franz, The Grail Legend. The work of redemption consists in releasing this light buried in matter, and reuniting it with the realm of light. Here we can see both Gnostic, Sophianic, and also alchemical ideas related to the Grail mystery. The alchemical symbolism of the chalice is similar to the Celtic cauldron of rebirth of Caradwen, and the cup or bowl of inspiration in the Dionysian and Orphic mysteries, as well as the initiation cup in the Eleusinian mysteries and the bowl of Hygeia. The cups could also refer to the drinking of potions in the death and renewal mysteries that led to a transpersonal revelation in which death and life are experienced as one. Venus Aphrodite is a symbolic expression of this life-death rebirth cycle, renewal and return, and soul-level transformation that became synonymous with sirens and mermaids. There are also legends of the Mediterranean healing temples. On the Mediterranean coast of Catalonia at a site called Empúries, once existed a group of ancient temples. What impresses the visitor is the proximity of temples dedicated to the mother goddess. Most are within walking distance, and are dedicated to Isis, Venus Aphrodite, Artemis, Hygeia, and Asclepius. These sanctuaries, built between 800 to 200 BCE, were places of healing and refuge, located in sites of spectacular beauty. These ancient Mediterranean temple traditions honored the primordial dragon power that was once worshipped as the sacred source of all life. Hygeia was the partner or daughter of Asclepius, and the root of our word hygiene. Her symbol of healing still appears today on pharmacies across Europe with her cup and wise serpent of healing, a reminder of a time when healing was holistic in nature. During the era of Asclepian medicine, hundreds of healing temples were built around the entire Mediterranean region, beyond Greece as far west as Iberia. Asclepian healing traditions included not only treating the physical body, but also one's emotional, mental and spiritual aspects. Dream incubation was an important process in the healing sanctuaries. The temples of Isis and Serapis are also located at the Greek city of Empúries and were constructed circa 200 BC on the shores of the Mediterranean Sea. During Egypt's Ptolemaic era we find a temple of Serapis located next to the Library of Alexandria, as a late development of the Osirian mysteries. Temples of Isis often appear next to temples of Serapis throughout the Greek and Roman sites in the western Mediterranean. Isis was a guardian of ships crossing the sea to Iberia, and traders brought her cult into the west. Isis continued to be honored in Gaul and Iberia until c. 400 AD, when Christianity consumed the greater European region. That brings us to the end of today's video all about Aphrodite, Mary Magdalene, the Grail and the Mermaid. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to leave a thumbs up and to subscribe to Wild Feminine Magic for even more fascinating content, just like this. As always, thanks for watching. See you again soon in the next one.